Okay, you said, I found you. So now we're going to start a business. I'm curious, what was your main struggle really when you first started? Were you running something before? Were you trying things on your own? Like, what was that main struggle? And then what was like the decision to like, I need to work with a coach?
Yeah, I did find like an online coach, like coaching course. I guess like, is it coaching? It's really like an online course on how to start your own business. And it was like around starting a coaching business. But as I've talked about with you before, like I just never finished it, and I never started my business. And so I think like thank God someone referred me to you. Before I found you, my business was non-existent, but I was like struggling to try to do aspects of that online course that I had previously purchased. But I had been trying to do that for like 2 years.
Oh,
And so and I never charged anyone for my financial coaching. I was just like, honestly, it was like a hobby more than trying to like actually run a business. And I really think that one, I didn't have any accountability to like finish it. And then two, like it's nice to have an online course, but I couldn't actually like talk to the person that sold me the course. I couldn't ask questions. I didn't really have a community to like share struggles with, share wins with, like bounce ideas off of each other. So that was my main struggle. And like I also saw so many like white coaches or like white advisors doing it. And so I didn't really see myself. Like I think I have a lot of like privilege as a light skinned person, but I still don't see myself in those people. And so it was like, one, I don't see anyone like me doing it. And then two, like, I don't know, I'm trying to follow this program online that's like, I'm just like watching videos that someone else recorded, but it wasn't like live support and accountability, both with yourself and with like a community. So
yeah. I hear that all the time. I mean, I did it myself too, right? Which, in terms of buying all the courses and such, I spent a lot of money on self-paced courses because I was like, I can figure this out. I'm smart, right? Probably. And that, and I did hire a lot of the white coaches. And I think what it was for me too, maybe similar, was that there was no accountability really from these online courses. I think you don't know what they're necessarily saying. It doesn't break it down to very like basic things like, okay, like they're like, create an email list and build a lead magnet. Like, what's a lead magnet? Why do I need an email list? And then on the other end, when you are hiring, say, like a white coach or something, I think the other part of it is relevance and just like a cultural understanding or just even awareness of
mm-hmm.
some of the blocks that we may have because of, say, being a child of immigrants, right? Because of being a racialized person in the world. And frankly, my white coaches didn't couldn't even recognize that, like, wouldn't it's not even something they could bring up,
Yeah.
because they don't have that experience. And so largely it's really affirming to hear that from you, because that's a lot of my own struggles in finding a business coach, is why I became one, like once I figured out a lot of things, because it was frustrating to say, like, this is hard, we're pioneers, no one is doing this, and then now I can't even find someone to really help me, even though I recognize that's what I actually need, right? And now I can't find them. So, and I don't think I can still find a lot of me either, or a lot of you, right? So, which is why, again, the movement's like, we need more of us, like we need to create more of us. So I hear you. I hear you on the struggles. So
Like, sorry, also before I forget, like I haven't had explicit like white coaches around like starting a business, but I have had like white mentors tell me that serving like BIPOC community is not profitable. Like just straight up, they've said that to me. And so like these are the messages I'm hearing from, mentors or like people that are trying to like help me. And it's like, if you're telling me that, like, of course I'm not going to start a business because I don't want to serve other people.
uh,
Had to
that
throw
makes me mad. That's definitely frustrating. Actually, yeah, we need more help because we don't have enough services, or we're systemically immigrant. So I'm even more excited for you to do now. Well, Gabby, we've been working together for, I don't even know, almost 6 months, more, a little bit more, with like our one-on-one coaching and such too, on top of the cohort. So tell me, I'd love to hear like, okay, you signed up, we did the thing, you're like, you trusted me to help you. Love to hear some of the wins, some of the real things that have happened. And, maybe what are the top 3 things that you've learned since since we started working together?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've kind of said this already earlier, but I've been wanting to start this business, I think at least for 3 to 4 years, maybe more than that, honestly. And so really this has helped me take a dream and turn it into a reality. I think that's the biggest win out of all. It really, yeah, it was like the motivation, accountability, and again, community to like finally launch. And I've been one of the like self-doubts I had earlier was like, nobody wants, like, who's going to sign up to work with me? Like, this is the type of, all of the financial coaching I do, I'm so passionate about personal finance. Like, I would do it for free. And I did it for free for many years because I just love it. So I was like, oh, nobody's going to sign up. Like, nobody's going to pay to be my client. And so now I finally have 4 paying clients. And that's actually happened just in the last month after finally like putting myself out there. uh, and that like pays for my investment in this community. So it's been very exciting. And like, I personally feel like I have not put as much effort into trying to find clients as I could be. And so I'm like very excited to see like, wow, if this is how many clients I got from not really trying that hard, I feel like I shouldn't have said this to you because you're my coach. But like, I'm excited to see like, wow, if I actually dedicate 40 hours a week to my business and like trying to find clients, like what is going to happen? I'm a little afraid, honestly, but I'm also excited. So yeah, that's been really exciting.
I mean, I'm proud of that. I mean, as your coach, you're like, okay, because I know you were working a lot, before
Yeah.
you did. And so there was a lot of things happening, personal, like life is lifing, right? And I like get it, that is all very real when it comes to running your business. Like it's one thing to have the self-doubt and like, I don't know what to do. And then like and then working, right? All of that's real stuff, right? And so no shame in anything however long it takes, but it's also very exciting to hear that you've made enough money to pay for this investment. Of course, this because of you being a financial coach, but also that it wasn't as maybe hard as you thought, right? If you just
Yeah.
know what steps to take and then you do them. And I think probably potentially, like you said, because of the being in a container with other BIPOC entrepreneurs kind of in similar situations as you, that you can bounce ideas off of, get moral support from, have someone guiding you who's been there before. Like it's actually all really helpful and why you went from with like 3 years of like an idea to like within a few months be able to actually do it, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why I do value coaching, and same thing for you as a financial coach, right?
Oh
like
yeah.
you can Google this, but go down that black hole and see how far you get, right? So, or expedite it because you're losing compound interest.
Oh, that's true. I gotta add that to my list of reasons. I think I like Carissa, this because I talked to you, but like I don't think I explicitly said I was able to quit my job last week to start working on this full time. And this is so much more fun. Like I think that's why it doesn't feel like I've put in a lot of effort because I'm just having fun. I'm just talking to people I like. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear for everyone listening.
Yeah, listen, I teach what I said. I was like, I'm teaching y'all to have sales calls that you're laughing and having fun on. Like that is my method and approach to sales. And it's doable. I'm so glad to hear that that's your experience, that this doesn't have to be as hard as maybe we make in our minds. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see even just how far it's gonna go now that you do have all this dedicated time to spend, and see what happens. All right. What else did I want to ask you? So, oftentimes we do struggle as BIPOC entrepreneurs, especially like with some self-doubt at some point. And I'm really curious to hear from you, like, how have you surprised yourself? What are you most proud of?
Yeah. I think Well, even just doing it in general, I've been surprised. I know I shouldn't be because I mean, you know what you're doing and you're guiding us along the path. But I just, because I had invested before in that online course and I've done a few other, not online courses, but just like, I don't know, like I've read coaching or like starting a business books, you know? And so because I had never done it before, I was just surprised, like, oh, I finally did it. Like, okay, I've been thinking about this for a long time and I finally did it. So that's been surprising. And then also like what we were just talking about, how I don't feel like I've had to put in so much effort or like I haven't had to like struggle as much as I thought I would to actually find clients. Like, and the way that clients find me is so like, I'm always like amazed. Like it'll be like they saw me on someone else's LinkedIn post or they found me like through a friend or like, you know, there's like so many unexpected ways. Like we talk about like analytics for your, I don't know, social media and stuff, but like it doesn't necessarily mean like there's probably a ton of people lurking that aren't liking your posts that like do want to become a client. And so that's been surprising and like really fun. I personally hate social media. I think I feel like Chris has you've talked about that being like a very common thing among people you work with. And I also never thought like I could post for 30 days on LinkedIn. Like I've never done that on anything. So I'm just like not a social media person. But as I think you've shared before, if like anyone listening has been to any of your other events, like you use LinkedIn as like a platform to like just share your thoughts and like things that you're upset about even. And so channeling that within myself has made it so much easier. So I don't know, that's, yeah. I've been proud of myself for actually doing the social media.
And how, yes, and like I know you did like a joint workshop and you've just been doing a lot more on social for someone again who doesn't love being on social media. Yeah, sounds like or maybe ideas have changed about
Yeah, well, I
how
think
hard it
like
could be.
before, for me, the reason I don't like or I didn't like social media, I mean, I still don't like it for this reason is like I feel like there's so much like I guess just like self-absorption for lack of a better term. Like I don't care what you had for dinner unless you're my best friend. Okay. Like you don't have to post your it'll be like a sad looking taco or something that you made. Like I don't care about that. I care about like, helping people and like finding interesting things. So like when I approach it with that lens of like anything that I post, I want it to help someone, that has made it so much easier to post than to be like, does anyone want to see what I had for dinner today? I'm not trying to say that you can't post your dinner, okay, people, but like that's just my example.